if we want to continue talking, shooting the shit, talking anything anime, anything pop culture, movie, Marvel, MCU. Um, I will say this
I'm
now
looking forward to
because
seeing this new Avatar movie.
I kind of don't care for it. Hold on, let me mute you, Gypsy.
What?
I enjoyed the
Oh, everything froze for me.
I'll be right back.
All right,
I got you.
I'll leave you muted for a hot second. I don't like it like that. I want there we go. I kind of don't care for it. Like the M Night Shyamalan movie,
Oh yeah,
it killed the franchise. It was like dude was doing too much with too little, and I was like, why are you doing? I didn't even see
yeah.
it. That movie is like Dragon Ball Evolution. We don't talk about it.
Oh my god,
You
damn.
you forgot about that, didn't you? Yeah,
That was hot trash.
yeah.
That was hot trash. They
The
didn't even try.
the director came out many years later and said, "I did it for the paycheck."
At least try, bro. And they haven't done a Dragon Ball movie since, like an IRL one, like a
So
live action. Since.
Disney owns the rights to the live action, so they could, especially with what's it called, with that the previous CEO coming back. So like oh you didn't hear about it. So um the guy that was like the CEO of Disney, they signed him for like an X amount of year contract,
Yeah.
but he wasn't like there wasn't enough profits or whatever it was, so they booted him and called the previous CEO to come back. And within I think it was a week,
Damn.
they were like, "All right, cool. This is what we're doing with the MCU stuff. We're gonna put a brief pause on them. Like everything that is currently in production will stay in production, but we're going to focus on quality over quantity." I was like, "Yo, the internet moves." Because a lot of people were complaining that Phase Four it was a lot of
The
content.
internet moved, bro, because they were saying it. They were saying they're starting to drop too much stuff. They were just making the last Thor movie. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, right?
Haven't
But it
seen
was
it.
just like, why didn't they go into like detail of the actual like Love and Thunder? They were supposed to actually go into the actual comic. They didn't. They oh, this is a cutaway Love and Thunder. Like, dude, y'all are trying to stretch this out for an extra movie, and people aren't going for it.
Yeah. So me personally, I haven't seen Black Widow, Shang Chi, The Eternals, any of the MCU shows after Hawkeye.
No, I haven't seen any of those either.
So like Hawkeye moving forward, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen She Hulk. So like I haven't seen any of them because I'm busy, and each show is like 6 hours. So it's like, would I rather focus on my podcast or watch 6 hours of a show
Or
to then talk about it later and then still go through that stuff? Like we're gonna talk about the shows, but like we probably won't talk about it for a little while. So like we can all watch the shows, we can all catch up on it all, and then like have notes on
yes.
everything. So like when we dive into it, we're going to do a quick deep dive. We're going to dive into one show, briefly talk about episode 1 through 6 or 1 through whatever. Cool.
Oh, and be able
What
to
do we
give
feel
your
about it?
pod more episodes.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes perfect sense because you could like, bro, that's YouTube quality all day. Easy.
exactly.
Right.
Because
That's
we
especially now you got to get on it because there's a lot of people who are trying to figure out the niche where you've already done, management. You've did the process of elimination. Like, okay, we can do it this way with this and make this off of it. Biggest thing that I can hear you constantly say is like what you could be doing versus what you should be doing, and that is the mindset you have to keep because there's a lot of shit I could do, right? But I have to do this because if I keep veering from this to this to this to this, it's not going to get done. Like
it's
even
Right.
today, like I gotta post, like I'm gonna post like maybe like 5 videos on Facebook just because I'm like,
do you use your
fuck,
personal
dude, I need to
Facebook
get
or
my
do you
content
have a
out.
page?
Oh,
Right.
I have a page.
Okay.
I literally use a page. Use your pod, your personal. Make a page for it. Link the two together. Now your pod needs to go to its own page, right? But your personal, either you use it or you don't. But from what I can tell, like a lot of your times are going to your pod. So don't make a personal page. Make a pod page where your posts automatically post to your Facebook page, or you share it as a reel. You want to get monetized as soon as
Yeah.
possible. The more you post, the quicker you will be monetized, the more money you will make on Instagram and Facebook. Because TikTok doesn't pay for shit.
Oh no, no,
They just
no.
don't.
I actually
They just
had
don't.
a
Like you'll make
very
money on the other two platforms.
I had a very long, extensive conversation with my father and stepmother when I went down to Pennsylvania to visit him for Thanksgiving, and my girl was like, "Oh, you know he was like downstairs making content for TikTok, right?" I was like, "I don't make content like that anymore. Like I used to. So I don't know if you know, but I lost my main for like almost a whole month or earlier this year. So there was like a time in like
Yeah,
end of May, mid June, I didn't have my main account, so I went to a backup I had created that already had like 100 followers, and I was like, awesome. I'm not starting from zero. And then I just grew that within a month. I got like 600 up to 600 followers. I was like, this is awesome. Um, but it very much like destroyed my mental health, and that's something that like I tell the guys as well. It's like I don't ask you guys to do what I do, so when I say, "Hey, I need a mental health break," like it's because I'm spending time, um, and like I'm playing that new Pokemon game, and it will tell you how many hours you've played.
yeah,
In like roughly 16 hours, I edited 3 podcast episodes because I'm like I'm gonna play. I'm distracted, but I'm also making sure I listen to it because that's like the main thing for me. I have to make sure it sounds right because if it doesn't sound right,
yeah.
I
Because
don't
that's
want it.
the pod's gonna. Yeah,
Because like if the
yeah.
audio not the audio if the visual like gets a little bit blurry, I don't care about that because the camera will like readjust,
The audio.
but the audio is
Yeah,
the important part. um and like for the most part, the and that's something that like I can congratulate the guys is that like their quality is good on their end. Everything sounds crystal clear through mine. Like every once in a while, like everyone will start talking, I'm like, someone got a pick because I can't, like I can't separate you in layers and then move things around because that's a waste of time. And it's all
Yeah.
about like time management too when it comes especially to like content creation or even consuming content for that matter. Like I'm dyslexic, but I have this behind me and I've read everything
yeah.
but like 4 volumes that are in my car, and that right there is prison school. I've read the first
Oh,
four volumes.
say less.
I've read the first 4 volumes and there's 14.
But
14.
that
I'm like,
see, that in itself is means you're already focused. My thing is you got to invest, man. Like I tell people all the time, as a content creator, like I had to realize that there's a time where you will have to look at, is the time you investing into a particular niche going to be something you can do longevity wise that will be sustainable, like as an adult. And this is when I started realizing, like, as far as like anime and cosplay goes, it's like I can forever do this, but what will it bring me outside of like potential endorsements and potential sponsorships? Because it's an age game. Like the younger you are, and then also you have to also think about gender base, and it's gonna not always cater to male audience, right? So I started to have to look at like, okay, so what does work? I'm just like, okay, so if I do this and I create a business off of this, and like you were saying, like create merchandise and things like that, it's just like you have to start getting to the point where it's like, where's the business aspect? So when you're done, but you're never done.
yeah, yeah, that definitely.
You're done, but you're never done. It's like oh, I'm done, but I am actually just starting up. I'm
Yeah,
done, but I've just started up. But actually, this isn't just starting because while I was doing this, I was working on this other thing the whole time you had me. no idea about.
Yeah, it's
But
the
I
baby
told
steps to like the small goals.
you about it like 10 times, but you didn't listen. That's what it is. And then once you get hit all those baby steps and you hit the goal, it's like you're just like, oh, cool. Like I'm just gonna leave this alone now because now I have no more time for this. I did at first, but now I have no more time. Like the only that's why now it's more like I'm about to get to the point where 2023 is going to be grind year
Yeah,
um, for
that
business.
that
It's
that
not going
that
to have anything to do with social media really, but everything to do with social media.
yeah,
Nothing to do with social media, but everything to do with social. It has nothing to do with anime and cosplay, but everything to do with like where am I investing and growing with people because that's the way I'll be able to continue to grow. And then and it also helps with the unit basis because now I'm like okay, networking, podcasts, networking, product creators, networking, graphic designers. Once you start networking with enough, it's just like okay, cool, I want to do this. Now you know where to go, where to ask, so you can launch. That's why I keep saying like your mindset is right. Your mindset is intelligent that way when it's possible because what a lot of people fail to realize as content creators you need a steady stream of income financially. So that steady stream will allow you to invest in these things like our expensive hobbies until your expensive hobby becomes your full-time career. Like
yeah,
free shit's cool though. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Like I still
No,
like getting free shit, but
I had a
That's
company actually reach out to me recently, like just me personally, not the podcast. And they're like, hey, we would love to sponsor you. I was like, wait, what? And they're like, here is the code to like 75% off of this specific thing, like for our store. And we would love to
yeah,
like know here's a code for you to get some like heavy discount and like when your code is activated, it's like a 30 or 40% off for like people that use it. I was like, holy
for the
shit.
people who use it on the
I was like, wait, like someone actually reached out to me for. I was like, I thought that this was a dream, right? And I was like, well, let me see if this company is like valid and it's not a scam
legit.
or anything. The first two people I see that follow this thing, MMA Myers and Nerdy Pinup Girl. I was like,
It's because
oh
they're already
yeah, they're already
so
invested.
hey, if
yeah.
they're there, like that's two mutuals that like one. I know they're heavy into cosplay. As Nerdy Pinup Girl does a lot of her own.
One thing
Have you
about
seen her
Myers, that
page?
motherfucker is going to be on every sponsorship.
Oh, he's.
Like
Yeah,
Myers grabbed every sponsor. Like let me tell you something. People thought I was grabbing sponsorships like crazy. That motherfucker Myers will. I'll be like, damn, Myers. I just worked with so and so. Oh yeah, bro. I've been working with them for like 6 months, bro. I'm. They just came out, bro. Like, yeah, no, man. I sent out an email when they first launched. They had like less than 100 followers. I'm like, dude, you are. One thing that I will
that,
say is when it's time to do investments, he's fast on it. He's very, 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 very fast on it. So, um, you when I'm saying as far as like the podcast, yes, but remember the individual brand is what's going to get you the sponsorship faster. It's
right,
and this is saying this is for everybody to hear and understand. Like the podcast will not get endorsement deals without a singular individual who's already getting deals, so that
right,
you can put the pod on and be like, okay, this is doing with my podcast, so we can always like throw in the pod because RDC World, without Mark, there would be no RDC World.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like I always tell people this, people don't understand it. Like, what do you mean RDC World? Everybody gets sponsorship. Now Mark gets the sponsorships, and then he breaks it down for the team. And then if he can't put the team on at times, he just can't. But the majority of the time he tries to. But one thing is, it's like once they created a steady financial stream, everybody's happy because like the YouTube channel's good, right? The Instagram's good, the Facebook's good. So there's money for everybody to make. But in the beginning, like he had to take a lot of pretty much a lot of what you say constantly, like the a lot of the long hours and editing. I'm sorry, like it's it's just what it is, bro. I've struggled with it for years, but it's just like once you get into a routine, it's like, dude, I'm right here. Yeah, that's cool. Post. Fuck, dude, it doesn't matter anymore. It's like
So
you. Oh, I
like
shot it. I
yeah.
edited it. I posted it. So
So that's actually so like what I did with TikToks for a while anyways. I would record and edit same day, and that messed me up mentally, but not like a hey like I need help. It was more like a like I'm drained constantly. I'm always irritated. I was like, you know what? Let me batch create. Batch create is easier for me. So I go and I'll make
Yes,
anywhere from 5 to 20 videos in one day, but I won't post any of them. The following
sparingly.
day, go in, edit all of them, and then post. So it's like, no, I really like this one. I like that one. I like this one. Oh, the original sound got deleted. Oh well, it's good. It's better that I didn't post it for that reason.
Yeah.
Um, or like, oh, the original video was posted privately, so you no longer have access to do a stitch. And I'm like,
No
yo,
have access to do it. Shit like that.
yeah, and that's something that I'm glad I do now because like I can look at one of the episodes right now. So the main like after I cut everything, right? I got one, I got two, I got three, I got four, I got five, I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clips from that one thing because I'm just
And
so
that right
in the
there is how
groove.
you're gonna blow up your channel. So as a
Uh,
group, the channel is gonna be big. And it's just like stay consistent. Everybody needs to post though. Everybody needs to post. I say this because it's hard. Man, it's hard. Like I get it. Like we run into issues, we run into work issues, family issues, whatever.
Yeah.
Post through it all. Like I know it sounds crazy, but I'm so serious. Like bro, like this year has been like a, a shitty one for me. But social media, it's been like fuck. Bro, I've
Yeah.
traveled, I've been here, I've been there. Like, but as far as like the IRL, trash, bro.
No,
But
that's
the networking and opportunities and sponsorships through the fucking roof.
oh yeah, definitely.
So post through your hardest times too. Don't quit.
Honestly, it's a pleasure. We thank you so much, all the guys, even the other ones that couldn't be here tonight. We appreciate you so much. But man, it's a pleasure, Gypsy. Do you have anything to say to our lovely guests slash viewers before we all retire for the evening?
yes, one thing I want to say is that I hope that we can follow each other. Definitely follow each other on TikTok and on Instagram because I do have content that has to do with my manga. Well, manga slash webtoon. So I'll be making a webtoon. So you can check it out and try to support it and be like, hey, you know, if you can just support it. You know, I got character arts. I didn't draw it. My friend has drawn it. If you can, just check them out. And thank you for following me. I just got the notification. And yeah, all
Oh,
I
sorry,
ask
I'm
is
gonna
for
head
the
out, y'all.
support. Yeah, just support and we'll keep in touch.
Definitely. So he had to hop off. Obviously, fatherly
Yeah.
things. Gypsy, I know you understand that. I know a portion of our audience understands that as well. Um, that was great. That was beautiful. Um, I love his character. He's a great guy.
He is. He definitely is.